Chief Justice David Maraga is set to retire in January 2021, and the Judicial Service Commission is seemingly divided on how his transition will be handled. Earlier today, JSC Commissioner Njeru issued a strongly worded statement accusing the Chief Justice and others of being, and I quote, hell-bent on derailing the orderly process of recruitment of its successor, leaving the institution of the judiciary in a crisis of leadership, end quote. The LSK representative within the JSC goes on to say that on the 16th of September 2020, a resolution was passed within the JSC to appoint a committee to provide a roadmap for the recruitment of the Chief Justice and the transitional arrangements. 5 days later, the committee met and developed terms of reference. On the 24th of September, the committee is said to have met again, and after scrutinizing the law, it was unanimously agreed to recommend to the full commission immediate commencement of the process of recruitment of the next Chief Justice. The statement goes on to read that this report was presented to the Judicial Service Commission on the 30th of September 2020, but the commencement of the recruiting process was opposed by the Chief Justice, the Honorable Deputy Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu, and Justice Warsame, end quote. Macharia then goes on to state that Maraga went on to adjourn the meeting until the 16th of October 2020. But hours before that meeting, at 5:30 p.m. on the 15th of October, the Chief Justice allegedly calls it off.
Important issues of an institution like JSC are not transacted through WhatsApps. Cancelling the meeting, knowing the importance of it, so that the process can be able to move in the interest of the public.
Our attempts to reach the Chief Justice for a response proved futile, but hours after Njeru's statement was released, LSK President Nelson Havi spoke out, accusing the LSK representatives, Macharia and Mercy Deche, of being used by the state in an unlawful and unconstitutional scheme.
What we will do as the Law Society of Kenya, should that decision be sought to be implemented, will be to move to court and challenge it, as we have done time without number.
Havi asserts that Maraga's unpopularity with the executive could be the reason for an early recruitment bid.
There may be credibility in the perception, popularly held, that there are those who may want to have a compliant Chief Justice as soon as David Maraga leaves office.
The LSK president goes on to cite Section 30 of the Judicial Service Act, number 1 of 2011, which deals with the procedure for appointment and removal of judges, in conjunction with Section 3 of the first schedule to the Act, which states, and I quote, "Where a vacancy occurs or exists in the office of a judge, the Chief Justice shall, within 14 days, place a notice thereof in the Gazette, and the Commission shall thereafter A. Post a notice on its website, B. Send notice of the vacancy to the LSK and any other lawyers, professional associations, and C. Circulate the notice in any other appropriate manner."
We cannot be foolish to start undertaking a process without being clear about what is the legal position. And as I said, we had a committee. We've sat down, we've checked the law, we've checked the past decisions decided by, the courts themselves. We've checked the Constitution.
Yesterday, an amendment bill to the JSC Act 2011 was presented to the National Assembly, seeking to insert a provision empowering the Judicial Service Commission to commence the recruitment of the new Chief Justice at least 6 months before the expected retirement date or expiry of his or her term. This could muddy the waters even more in what has been a strained relationship between the judiciary and executive arms of government. If appointing individuals into the Judicial Service Commission was already a high-stakes game, then it comes as no surprise to see the clamour around the Maraga succession, with at least 2 months to go before the Chief Justice goes for his terminal leave. Reporting for Citizen TV, I'm Wahiga Mwaura in Nairobi.